don't form a grid, and Broadway, which runs diagonally across the island. The Commissioner's Plan of 1811 was the original design for the streets of Manhattan, which put in place the rectangular grid plan. Pretty convenient. The basic thing to remember is that avenues run north and south, while streets run east and west. Everything is so compact and congested. Take a quick look at its history. New York traces its origins to a trading post that was founded on the southern tip of the capital of the United States for 5 years. The city's turning into a large industrial and financial center. Manhattan is being developed further up north with giant bridges and the first skyscrapers. The New York Stock Exchange has overtaken the London one. Over the course of the 19th century, New York City's population grew from 60,000 to 3.4 million. In 1886, the main symbol of New York was erected on a small island near Manhattan, the Statue of Liberty. It was donated by France. Immigrants from all over Europe are flocking here: Italians, Irish, Jews, and Russians. New York became the largest city in the world by 1925. In 1952, it solidified its global geopolitical influence when the United Nations headquarters were completed. Let's take a look at the 5 boroughs, and let's start with Manhattan. Manhattan Island is divided into Lower Manhattan, Midtown Manhattan, and Uptown regions. Times Square is the main tour. Times moved its headquarters to the then newly erected Times Building, now called One Times Square. A Times Square billboard today runs from $5,000 to $50,000 a day. This place is always super crowded day and night, but honestly, it's much more impressive at night. It's just fun sitting there and watching the people and all the ads running around. If you like large crowds and street performances, you're going to enjoy it. It lives up to its name, the city that never sleeps. That's illegal. The NYPD continues to crack down on illegal dirt bikes and ATVs, having seized 565 of them in the last 3 months. But we'll talk about crime in New York later in this video. Now let's relocate to Central Park. It's the most famous city park in the world. It's a nice place to find some peace and serenity during the day. It is entirely man-made, and it has park in the United States. 42 million visitors a year. On top of that, it's the most popular location for filming movies, and that's why I'm filming my video here. Central Park has everything: street musicians, sports grounds, horse-drawn carriages, and even such unique historic monuments which you don't expect to find here, like the obelisk, also known as practicing yoga, meditating, or just reading books. We walked across the park from south to north and exited at the northern side, and this is where Harlem begins. An area with a rather dubious reputation. I know, people have been telling me it's fine, it's been gentrified, it's safe. In fact, the word gentrified is the most common word that I heard throughout my road trip in the U.S. There's no denying Harlem has improved. So you understand this is what it looked like in the 70s and the 80s. And it's home to the Apollo Theater, a noted venue for African-American performers, where Stevie Wonder, Billie Holiday, Diana Ross, and other big names started their careers. In West Harlem, you will find the Mickey. Okay, back to Central Park. There is something for everyone here, whether you're just going for a casual walk, picnicking, or jogging. There's no denying New Yorkers love their park.